Hello folks, it's Dad of Gab and Dad. As you see, there's no Gab here today, and that's because the film that I'm going to speak about, Up in the Air with George Clooney, I saw not with Gab but with somebody else. Now this film, there's a lot of buzz around this film, Oscar buzz, I think for not only best film possibly, but also George Clooney for best male actor. And I myself, although I enjoyed this film, don't really get that. I don't understand why there's so much excitement. George Clooney is, of course, a very charming and perhaps even charismatic actor. He's a pleasure to watch, and he's a pleasure to watch in this role. I think he's good in this role. The film itself is interesting, it's entertaining, it's a bit more serious than a lot of the holiday fare, but it's not, I think, in my opinion, a great film or a true Oscar contender. It's about a man who spends all his time traveling by air, hence the title of the film, Up in the Air, and he travels all around the United States, going to companies that are going out of business or are downsizing and firing employees. The theory is that these companies don't want to do this messy job themselves, so they outsource this particular function, and George Clooney and other colleagues are the people who do this. I think the film tries to capture the sort of economic angst that the Western countries have experienced, not just Western countries, the world in general has experienced in the last year or two. There's quite a lot about the misery of losing your job and the misery of the whole process. But it also seeks to capture, in the person of George Clooney, this man who's always up in the air, who seeks to hit the 10 million traveled mile mark, in which case he gets to meet the chief pilot of American Airlines, should you wish to do that. It also seeks to capture the kind of aimlessness, the pointlessness, the rootlessness of a lot of modern life. But funnily enough, because George Clooney is so charming and charismatic, somehow it doesn't quite do that. I said to somebody after we'd seen the film, oh well, this is a man tortured by existential angst. To which they said, don't be silly, it's George Clooney. He's not tortured by existential angst. He's got this charming smile and he's wonderful and he's seductive to the female of the species everywhere he goes and so on. Anyway, I enjoyed this film. I liked it. But I don't see it as a great film. I don't see George Clooney in this role, at least, as a great actor. Go and see it. You'll enjoy it. Will it win the Oscar? Will he win the Oscar? I'd be surprised, but God only knows. So there you have it, folks.